Let's enjoy this
There's a
one.
Wendy's in my neighborhood that I used to frequent. My friends and I would go there after school on Fridays or late at night after long days of hanging out. The convenience and the affordability of Wendy's just hit a special spot for the kind of people we were. But we don't go there anymore. We find ourselves laughing about a lot of unfortunate things. But even we don't really find this funny. Late one Saturday night, I was coming home alone from my friend's house. We all decided to skip the Wendy's that day since we'd been eating there a lot recently.
Okay.
But after hanging out for so many hours, I was really in the mood for some food. On top of that, I was almost too intoxicated to drive. So sitting in a drive-thru for a few minutes seemed both relaxing and rewarding. Wendy's drive-thrus are usually open till about 2 a.m., but I distinctively remember that around this time they'd started closing earlier due to health and safety measures. So when I pulled in at around 1:45 and saw that they were still open, I was a little surprised. But to be honest, my mind was so clouded that it didn't raise any alarm bells whatsoever. I was just excited to eat. There was only one other customer there, a van at the intercom placing their order.
I could tell you something wrong with that one
only had
person
to
in
wait
front
a
of
few
you
seconds before moving up.
Hi there. Welcome to Wendy's. How may I take your order?
I want a large.
I'll just have a 4 for $4 double stack with a Dr. Pepper.
Absolutely. And you're sure that's all you want? I can give you a lot more for just a little extra.
I didn't ask for all that.
Just the 4 for $4 is good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
The banter struck me as odd. Not only had I never heard of a fast food worker be in such a good mood 15 minutes before the end of their shift at 2 in the morning,
yeah,
but I'd
something wrong
also
with that.
never been solicited to pay for more like that. But like I said, I was quite out of it at the time, so I didn't care. When I drove around the corner, the van from earlier was at the second window.
Something wrong with that van. Look at that van.
I rolled to a stop right in front of the first window, the one you pay at
Why you
when
get
it's
that
busy,
close?
but that's usually closed. I was once again caught off guard when the window slid open, revealing the hottest girl I'd ever seen since my school got shut down. Not only was she hot, but she looked exactly like Wendy herself, with the red hair and pigtails and everything. Except she was wearing a mask, so I couldn't see most of her face. Despite that, I was certainly captivated by what I could see, and her voice was just so hypnotizing.
Hey there, kiddo. The customer in front of you just ordered a lot of food, so if you want, I can take your payment here to speed things up, if you're paying by card.
Sure, thanks.
I don't trust
handed her
you.
my debit card without much of a thought.
I don't trust you at
I
all.
probably would have done just about anything she asked. She kept the window open so I could see her out of the corner of my eye. A few seconds later, another van pulled in behind me.
I don't trust.
Just like the one
I
in
don't
front of
trust
me.
them
I
vans,
thought it
bro.
was weird since I hadn't seen or heard the girl take their order. But before I could wonder
Two
for
same
very
van.
long, she came back to the window brandishing my card.
I'm sorry, sir, but it seems like there's a problem with your card. The system says it won't accept payment without the PIN. Do you think you could reach over and punch it in? I'm really sorry, but I can't pull the keypad away very much. You might have to open your door.
Oh, don't sweat it, sweetheart. It's no problem at all. I cracked open my door
Wow.
and put one foot out onto the pavement, reaching for the windows and trying to
Why
punch
you
in
did
the
that?
4 digits with a totally outstretched arm. That's when the vans on either side of the car unfolded with several masked men. I saw them in my peripheral vision for a second. Then they rushed over to me and made their move. My door got slammed onto my foot,
what the-
jamming it
Why you
painfully
did that
between
to
the
me?
metal. I turned to face the one who'd slammed my door just to get
Boy,
struck in the back of my head with a hammer or something. My vision quickly faded as I felt my body clatter to the ground.
You see all these people running towards you, and you ain't do the dash quick. Well, you deserve that one. You had to run from the start.
When I came to,
They
I'd
look
been
like they
thrown
robbed
into
you.
a ditch right next to the Wendys. My car was gone.
Yeah, they
All the
robbed you.
lights in the Wendys wore off, and nobody was around. Everything I owned had been in my car. My
Including
phone,
your money.
my backpack, my wallet. Literally everything except the clothes off my back and my debit card.
Wait,
The
they give
girl
you
at
back?
the register should have held on to it. so I decided to knock on the window, but nobody answered. Very soon, the realization dawned on me that she'd been distracting me with her looks and her personality, while those crooks in the van waited for the perfect opportunity to relieve
I knew
me
something was wrong with that van, bro.
And if that wasn't enough, by the time I'd walked home in the dead of night and told my parents what had happened, she'd already emptied out my checking account. My head was
know that. I know she already gone with your money.
Hospital visit.
You shouldn't trust
After
that.
all of that, my friends and I no longer go to the local Wendys. However, that didn't stop us from traveling a few blocks down to the other Wendy's location, which was still just as good.
Oh, they beat you
As
up and shit.
unfortunate as the situation was, I'm lucky to have gotten out of it alive, and with all of my organs. But what still gets to me is how I've seen reported incidents still occurring at multiple Wendy's drive-thrus till this day. Like the story of a prankster tossing an alligator through a drive-thru window, or a homeless man slashing a large knife at the window because the worker refused to give free food. Either way, I always recommend keeping your doors or windows locked, whether you're outside or behind the glass.
James grabbed a roughly
You robbed me.
2.5-foot alligator on this